I believe that we are at a crossroad as it relates to African ancestral lands in Guyana. The question here is whether or not there is any conflict with the proposed amendments and the current laws of Guyana, and in particularly as it relates to African ancestral lands. I will now read from section 3 of the proposed amendment. Section 20, and it says section 24A of the Principal Act is amended by substituting for the section, that section the following. Section 28.1, where any land is required under this act, an interested and authorized person may make a request to the minister for an advance payment on the account of any purchase money or adequate compensation payable under this act. What is an interested person or an authorized person? My legal mind tells me that this part of the section is inconsistent with our law, with the laws of Guyana. It is established by our apex court, the Caribbean Court of Justice, that persons in Guyana holds an absolute and indefeasible title. So I cannot appreciate this section that it speaks an interested and authorized person. What is an interested person? Isn't it not a title holder or someone with a power of attorney? But this section appears to give the minister a wide discretion. And it goes on to say, if the minister is satisfied of proof of title. So if you appear before the minister with a purported transport, we don't know if it's fraudulent. We don't know if it's authentic. The minister now will determine, use his discretion to say, okay, I will acquire this land, I'm going to give A the monies. There is no requirement for advertising. There is no requirement for consultation with the people of the land of which they're seeking to acquire. This piece of legislation is draconian. I recall before I did law, we did a program at the University of Guyana called Development Support Communication, whereby you engage with the parties who the project is going to affect. So this legislation is a recipe for fraud and fraudulent conduct. How will we treat with what we are called family properties? As Brother Elton mentioned, that many of our properties for decades have not been probated. So how are we going to treat with those properties? Is it that one family member out of 100 who's entitled to a parcel of land approach the minister, knowing the PPP, knowing the government, give the minister give that one family member 30 pieces of silver, and he or she sells or agree to the takeover, and there's no recourse for other family members because they say interested and authorized person. And the funny thing is, there is no definition of what an interested person is, or no definition of what an authorized person is. And I believe that was purposely done. This piece of proposal is a recipe for fraud, and it's an attempt, a fraud assault on our ancestors, the descendants, and all Guyanese, because it gives the minister the power to steal. It gives the minister the power to conspire without any need to conspire and steal lands, all lands in this country, matter of fact. And African ancestral lands, they are dear to us because our forefathers, they came here, they developed these lands, and to see it being taken away in such a manner is unacceptable.